G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome back to our Sunday share with Robbie from Creations in Paper. So each Sunday we are going through the catalogue and sharing with you different sections of the catalogue. And this month it's all about the mix and match, and I think it's also includes the Memories and More paper packs. So, but I'm using the Ephemera, I think that's what it's called, pack, along with the cards and envelopes. And we're also going to be playing with the Simply Said stamp set. So just bear with me, I'll just get this right so we can fit everything in. I think that's a bit better. Okay, so today I'm going to be playing with, I think it's this one, Something for Everything, and also the pack of cards and envelopes, Calming Creek. And we're actually going to be casing that card, but with a little bit of a difference. Okie dokie. So we'll just put that there so that we can see what we're doing. So that's our stamp set. It's a simple stamp set, but it's fast becoming my favourite. I love the sentiments in it, and I also love the font as well. So this is our Calming Creek cards and envelopes. So you get 5 different styles, designs. These are our envelopes. And then these are the matching, well, I should have done this, shouldn't I? Card and envelope, that's 1. Then we've got this one, that's 2. 3. 4. And lucky last is 5. And that is the opposite. I think most of them are anyhow. Yep, they are too. So they're the opposite sort of colour, or design I should say. And that one. So we're going to be using this card. We're not going to use the envelope because we're going to do our own envelope. Oh, well, not do our own envelope, but use a standard envelope. So we'll grab our kit, and I have got a few bits and pieces that I suppose I've pre-cut. So we're using a thick basic white base card, which I haven't scored. So we'll do that now. So that's done. And while we're here, we're going to chop our card base down too. So I'm just 3 3/8. I'm just going to write this down so I don't forget. Okay, so what we're going to do now is grab our card base, and we're going to chop this to about 2 7/8 wide, which is about 7.5 centimetres. Okay, so that's done. And while we've got this, we'll finish off chopping the bits and pieces. And I'm just randomly doing this because I want this for the inside and our envelope. Okie dokie. So they're the two extra pieces from one side of the base card. So we can put this piece aside now. We don't need it. Okay. So it was, and we're going to chop this at about 5, which is about 12.7. Okie dokie. And we'll put that aside because you might need that later on, or you can ditch it. Now while we're here, yeah, that's about right. So while we're here, we're going to chop it again. As you know me, I like to chop my papers and cardstock, and we're going to chop it. Might do it a little bit bigger, just randomly, eh? And we want to keep those in order. So we're finished with that. We're going to bring in our layer of basic grey, and what we're going to do is layer all these pieces back together onto basic grey. So I'm just using liquid glue, but you can use what you have and your favourite. So I'm leaving a nice little border around the edges, and we're going to leave, whoops, and we're going to leave a nice little border of basic grey in between as well, each piece. But we still want to line our pattern up and keep it nice. I think that looks about right. Okay, so that's number 2 done. And then our last one, my fingers aren't moving too well this morning. It's a little bit cold here. And I'm going to chop off this excess, eh? If I had to put the spaces a little bit wider, which I should have done in hindsight, you wouldn't have to chop off the excess. Whoops, and I chopped that crooked. Okie dokie, so just might make that just a little bit narrower. So just bear that in mind when you're doing it. And if your paper is too wide, don't chop from the inside of each piece, chop from the outer sides of your DSP or your cardstock. Otherwise you're going to lose your patterns. Okay, so that's done. So what we can do now is stick that panel to our basic white or thick basic white base card. I've actually got my bone folder today. Okay, you can pop this up if you want to, but I'm just going to keep it like that, flat. then we're just going to pop that on there so that it's nice and straight, just like that. Pretty pattern actually. While we're here, oops, sorry, I just knocked the chair. While we're here and sticking and gluing, we'll do these at the same time, hey? So we'll put this piece onto our envelope first, just down the side. Just like that. Chop off the excess. And then we will do same size. Yeah. I'm going to leave a little border because the cards are 5.5 inches. This is 5 5/8. I'm going to leave a little border at the top and bottom. If you didn't want that, you could just chop it off to the 5.5 inch mark. Okay. Now, I know I'm putting it onto a white base card. I could have layered the insert onto a piece of basic grey, but I'm just going to do it white on white. You could have just put the pattern strip straight onto your base card, but I always think it finishes it off nicely with a layer inside. Okay, so that's our inside. And what we're going to do now is actually this element of our card. So we're actually going to do the front. So I've got a piece of Azure Afternoon, or as I call it, As You Are Afternoon. And we're going to stick a piece of basic white to there. And I think what we'll do is pop this up onto our card. Making sure it's nice and straight, of course. Okay, so where's our Duvideckers, our dimensionals? And we'll put one smack bang in the middle. And I'm thinking I might put this down here over to the side a bit, eh? I think that's straight. Yeah. Just for a little bit of a look, different look. Then we're going to bring in our elements. So we're going to be using the Something for Everything pack. So let's see what's in here. So what do we need out of here? We want the cake, the yummy cake. I don't know what these are, look like berries. Or maybe they're blueberries. And our little strawberry. Okay. And this one is the Something for Everything Ephemera pack. And we want our leaves, which are from the Fully Flowering pack. And this is them there. So we want these as well. Oops. There. And all I've done is taken them out of the pack and put them into our standard stamp case, and I've actually cut out that part of the plastic and I've stuck it inside the case, all right, so that I know what's in there and which is which. And I will actually do the same for the cards and envelopes too, except they'll just go into the one case, okay? At least it keeps them all together and nice and tidy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just probably arrange this, okay, just like that. So we'll put a couple of dimensionals here. I might use, let's use the minis, eh? 1, 2. So we can stick that down, and I'm going to use a little bit of glue towards the bottom, eh? Or around the middle. Not much, just a little bit. Just like that. Okie dokie. So that's done. Then we're going to do our cake. And I think we'll pop that up too. And you could use the standard dimensionals, but the minis are just here in front of me, so I'll use those. Just means I'm using a few more extra. And I'm probably putting more on than what I normally need, but you know what, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's that, and we're just going to put that about there, right? That's done. I'm going to actually put another one under here, because the panel, this panel, is already popped up, so we'll put 2 and it will sit better. That's better. So that's done. Then this is our strawberry. We're just going to put that there, and I think what we'll do is just put 2 little ones down the bottom, again on top of each other, and we'll put a little bit of glue along the top, and put our yummy strawberry just there like that, and our little blueberries are going to go there like that. So again, now if you didn't pop this panel up, you don't have to put the 2 dimensionals. And then we'll put a little bit of glue along the top, and we'll just put that there like that. Look at that. And to finish it off, I was going to do thanks, but looking at it now, I think, let's see if we can do a happy birthday. Why not, eh? Let's do that. We can always do with a heap of happy birthdays. Well, we can always do with a heap of thank you cards too. Okay, so where's my strip now? You always hoik things to kingdom come. What to do with it? All right, let's get another one, eh? is my big box of scraps. I think we all have them. Let's see if I can find a thinner piece. This looks like a little bit of a thin one. Okay, so we're using Azure Afternoon ink, and we're just going to stamp a happy birthday, eh? So tap, tap, tap. Now I always do it onto scrap paper first, so I know that I've actually got it straight. Fingers crossed and toes crossed. Well, that's pretty good. Close that up. And all we're going to do I might just do it on a slight angle. We can always straighten it up if it doesn't work. And just like that. I don't like that B. I'm going to straighten this up now. That's not straight. It's better. Okay. So what we're going to do is put a dimensional on our left side of our sentiment, and we're going to stick a little bit of glue on the right side, eh? And then all we're going to do is pop that down there, just like that. You could have put it along the top, but I think it looks better here. Even though we've covered up a little bit of the cake, I think it just looks a little bit better there. And that is our, oh, look what I found. And that is our card for today. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And as I said, that's the case. Looks nothing like it now that you've done it. We've done it. But that's what it's all about. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. And I will have the link to my blog below, including a list of supplies that I've used today. So click on those links, and don't forget to visit Robbie's blog to see what she has created. Okay, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your week. See ya. Hooray.